Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Music Theory with vinclef. Like you all know, at the last episode, we treated the grand stave and also the treble, the bass clef on the grand stave. And today, we are going to do a throwback and a summary of what we did at the last episode and also the first episode for us to hit on some of the critical aspects and also elaborate more specifically on those two episodes. So let us get on with it. Like you all know, on the first episode, we first treated the TrebleClef. And we said that the TrebleClef has a formula which says every good boy deserves favor for the line. Okay, firstly, we started by defining what a staff is, a staff music or staff notation is. And we say that staff notation is 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces on which music or musical notes are represented. And as you can see here, we have the 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces, of which the formula for the lines says every good boy deserves favor, while the formula for the space says face. And like I told us, the acronym is just for us to memorize the formula easily, while what we need is just the first notes, which are E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on and so forth. Then we also treated the importance of knowing the notes on the stave. For example, we have the notes here on the different lines and spaces, but we also need to know we have the keys on the different lines and spaces, but we also need to know the tonic sulfur notation. And like we have here, this is our middle C, and we said that if we use this middle C as our do, when we are running our scale, it's going to be do, that's the line, re, that's the space, mi, that's the first line, fa, space, so, line, la, space, ti, line, do, space. So if you want to keep going to the next octave, do, re, line, mi, space, fa, line. So you can see the repetition there. For example, here we have fa to be on the key of F on space. Here we have fa to be on the key of F on the line, which means it's still the same thing. Whether it falls on the line or on the space, it's still the same thing. Then we also told us that if you want to go further, you now have to establish what we call the ledger lines. Here they are, ledger lines. Ledger lines simply means the lines on which you represent notes that are either above or below the stave. Like you can see that the lines are above the stave. The normal lines and spaces for the stave or staff are 5 lines and 4 spaces. So if a note should go beyond that 5 lines and 4 spaces, you have to represent the note or produce a ledger line or ledger lines on which those notes will be represented, just like we have here. So if you're continuing the scale, we have fa here, the next space will be so that means there will be a ledger line here. There will be la, you keep going, the next will be a space, ti, the next will be a space, a line, do, and so on. That's how it works. And it's the same in descending. If you're coming down, okay, let's do that. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So you can see we are already on do and we are on the ledger line below the stave, and that is the middle C. Now, we also talked about the fact that the treble clef is connected to the bass clef, and generally it is being connected with a brace, and this is the brace. And now let's switch over to the bass clef to do a little bit of analysis of what we did the last time. Now we have the BassClef. This is the symbol for the BassClef, just like this is the symbol for the TrebleClef. Now, the formula for the BassClef, like we did the last time, says good boys deserve favor always for the lines. All cows eat grass for the space. Now, if you also look at it alphabetically, you will see that it is the same. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And like I said at the last episode or during the course of this lecture, that the notes of music ends at G. So once you get to G, you're starting all over again from A. So now, this first line of the BassClef is G. That means the next space will be what? An A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Like I said, line, space, line, space, line, space. That's how it works. So now we have the formula for the BassClef. Now, let me make us to understand how the BassClef connects to the TrebleClef, because I know that some people might be confused considering the fact that the formula for the lines and spaces of the BassClef differ from the formula for line and space of the TrebleClef, but they are both connected. Now, I think I've explained it before, but let me still recap. How it is connected is the fact that by the time you move G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and that A is the fifth line of the BassClef. If you are to move now to the ledger line, or to the, yes, beyond the 5 lines and 4 spaces, you now know that the next key you will get will be the key of what? B on this space. This is the key of B, since this is A on the line. Now, after that key of B, you have another line, which will be like a ledger line. Yes, a ledger line somewhere here, which is the same with this. Now, naturally, after the key of B, the next will be the key of C, which is here. So that is the middle C, where we normally start running our scale on the TrebleClef. So you see that it's already connected, because if you keep moving C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, because the line, the ledger line below the stave of the TrebleClef is line C. That means the next space will be D. So see it, A, B, C, D. Then followed by E, followed by F, space, followed by G, line, A, space, B, line, C, space, D, line, E, space, F, line, like that. So I believe you must have understood how the TrebleClef and the BassClef are connected. Like we did on the TrebleClef, if you also want to run your scale, let's say you want to run it from the first line, which is the line G, all you need to do is to use this note of G as your do. The line is your do. Then the one on the space becomes your what? Re. The one on the line becomes your mi. The one on the space becomes your fa. The one on the line becomes your so. Space, la, line, si, space, do. So let's run the scale of G from the BassClef up to the TrebleClef. Let's go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you see that we started from the BassClef of G and we landed on the TrebleClef of G, which shows you that there is a connection between the two, despite the fact that their formulas are different for the lines and spaces. But in terms of running the scale, they are just one and the same. If we still continue, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. You know that after the key of F, the next will be the key of G, which will be the space above the TrebleClef, yeah. That's the space before the first ledger line above the stave. So you see that it's interconnected. No matter the key you want to run the scale on. Okay, let's try on key C from the BassClef to the TrebleClef. See C. That means the C becomes your do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. See, we started from C and we landed on C, the middle C. Let's go ahead. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The space is space C. So you see that it works no matter how the key you start from the BassClef to the TrebleClef, you still arrive at the same answer or result. So that has been a summary of what we've done so far. We've mastered the names of the parts of the stave, the symbol of the TrebleClef, the symbol of the BassClef. By the way, the TrebleClef is the clef on which the first three parts of a four-part harmony are represented. For example, in a choral music where you have four parts, soprano or treble, alto, tenor, and bass, the treble clef is where the treble or soprano part, alto, and tenor are represented, while the bass clef is where the bass part is represented. The notes for the bass part is represented in a four-part harmony, whereby you are representing the parts of, a choir, for example. So in a musical sheet, that's how it appears. The part for the treble, soprano, alto, and tenor appears on the treble clef, while the part for the bass appears on the bass clef. So I want to believe that we've fully understood the names of the parts of the stave, the names of the keys on the stave, that's the formula of the lines and spaces, how to run your scale on any key on the stave, grand stave. This is the grand stave or grand staff. So if you want to run your scale on the grand staff, I'm sure you can do that comfortably without any difficulties from your BassClef to your TrebleClef, or from the TrebleClef, any part of the staff. You can do that perfectly. So I'm sure you enjoyed this episode. So try to stay tuned for another episode, which will be coming your way, same time, same channel next week. By the way, for our new viewers who just watched this channel for the first time, I want to urge you to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button so that each time we upload a video like this, you will be the first to watch it or to get notified. Secondly, for those who are returning subscribers, please try to share this video with your friends, especially those who love to know more about music theory. Share with them so that they will benefit from the value that we are offering in this channel. Then for those who missed the first edition and the second edition of these music theory videos, just check above the screen. You'll see a link to the video so that you can watch it and catch up with everything we've done so far. So see you in our next video. Bye-bye.